starting off with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I absolutely love this primer, especially in the summer months. And I'm actually going to show you guys how I do my brows, but I did speed it up a bit. And I'm trying out some new brushes. These are the mermaid brushes from mymakeupbrushset.com. Extremely affordable, extremely high quality, and they're super cute. They're like a mermaid tail. So my whole look was inspired by these brushes. And I just went under my brows with Kalahari Sand. It's Black Opal's cream foundation stick, and then I'm filling my brows in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade in the shade dark brown. Let me double check. Yep, it is dark brown. And then I'm just going over that with some clear brow gel that I picked up from Maybelline. Stuff is falling, you guys. Stuff is falling all over the place. Anyways, it's like all over my desk. I'm going over my brows with Truly Topaz by Black Opal. It's their cream stick foundation. And then I just sprayed my face with Smashbox primer water. And I'm using my Real Techniques body blender that I picked up from Ulta to pounce the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD foundation in the shade Warm Caramel, mixed with the Becca Ultimate Coverage foundation in the shade Tobacco. I'm just pouncing that into my skin and then focusing a little bit more of that onto the under eye area and the lid. I've noticed that if I sheer out my foundation, like I don't use a lot, I literally use 2 pumps of the LA Girl, 1 pump of the Becca on my face, and then go back in with 1 pump of each foundation for my under eyes and my lids. It does help me with that coverage a little bit more, so I don't have to color correct. Now, I was watching JD Wady's video and she showed how she contours her nose. So she did her foundation first and then contoured her nose and then did her concealer. So I had the perfect brush from the Mermaid brush set. It looks very similar to the one that she used in her nose contour video. So I wanted to try and give nose contouring a shot, like actually try and snatch my nose. So as you can see, I went ahead and used my Ruby Kisses concealer in the shade Chestnut, and I put that on my nose and blended it out with that brush. Now I'm applying my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Biscuit, and over top of that I'm going to put my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Tan Sand. Now you guys, I'm going ahead and like putting this underneath my eyes as usual, down my nose, and then a little bit right in the middle of my brows onto the top of my forehead. But I started out okay, and I blended it, you know, on my forehead a little bit, still using my body blender, and that's the problem, okay? I do have Real Techniques beauty sponges that I could have used, but I didn't feel like getting up. So I literally did my concealer the way that I always do my concealer, and it kind of like wiped off all of the nose contouring I had literally spent all that time doing. So I just went with it. And it disappeared. It went away. But I really did make sure that I did a good job of blending in my concealer, you know, at least that's what matters. So I'm just pouncing my concealer into my skin, just really blending underneath those eyes, trying to get those creases out before I put any setting powder. And my setting powder of choice is the NYX NoFilter finishing powder in the shade Classic Tan. This has completely replaced my MAC NC43 Studio Fix foundation powder. And yeah, it's super affordable, a fraction of the price, and I love the quality of it. I'm also going to use my Airspun Extra Coverage Translucent powder to set under my eyes and down the bridge of my nose and on my forehead, just basically everywhere I put my concealer. And I am going to continue on with the cream contouring for my face, again using my Ruby Kisses concealer in the shade Chestnut. I'm just going to pounce that into my skin on my forehead and then in the hollows of my cheeks, and I'm blending this upward, not downward, because if I blend it downward it kind of looks muddy because it goes on less like a cream contour, more like a bronzer. So I have the perfect brush from the Mermaid set to really carve out my cheeks. This brush was like really amazing. So I was really impressed with these brushes so far, like at this stage of my makeup application, because this brush, like, oh my gosh, it did such an amazing job. You guys can really see the definition. And I was using the Black Radiance contour palette. There we go. I was using both the contour and sculpt shade. So now I'm just carving out that contour that I put on my cheeks with some Airspun translucent powder, and then I use the same Black Radiance kit to contour my nose, or to snatch my nose. It just looks better when I snatch it with the powders, but I did see a little bit of difference when I went in with the powder after cream contouring. So I guess it didn't all go away. So now we're going to move on to the eyes, and I'm going to go in with my Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. You guys, if you watch me enough, know that I'm obsessed, like sickly obsessed with these Juvia Place palettes. So I'm using Burkina, I think that's what it's called, as my transition shade. And y'all, I'm going to be honest, I was a bit skeptical about these brushes as far as using them on my eyes, because usually with these sets, you'll notice that they don't really have like those really fluffy blending brushes that we're used to, like the MAC 224 or the Coastal Scents 250. But these blended out extremely well. I went into the color Zobo, which is just like a purpley pink color, and I'm just putting that into my crease, really focusing that into my crease and the inner corner of my eye. I'm just taking Corrupt by Makeup Geek as a black shade in the outer corner to really darken up the outer corner just a bit, so that when I put my purples and my blues down, it pops a little bit more. That's definitely a trick that you can utilize if your colors are, I don't know, not vibrant enough or dark enough or defined enough in the outer corner. You can just put a little bit of black eyeshadow back there or over there, and it'll darken it up for you. So I'm just applying even more of that Zobo. I really want that color to peek out before I apply my lid colors, which are going to be a bit darker than that. And now I'm just using my fingers, which I usually don't do, but the pigmentation in the Juvia's Place palettes are amazing. Like, the pigmentation is out of this world in these palettes. So I'm dipping into Koi and applying that on the first half of my lid, and then I dipped into McKenna, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Y'all, I have makeup all over these kits or these palettes, so I can't even really read them anymore. Makita, there we go. I had to wipe off some of the eyeshadow. So that's what I'm putting in the outer half of my lid. That's that really deep purple color. It's a really, really beautiful, rich color. These colors really blended well and worked well together. So I'm just applying more Koi in the inner corner and then blending out Makita in the outer corner of my eye. And y'all, these brushes, I was able to use like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 of these brushes on my eyes, and that was it. It made applying my eyeshadow so easy. All I had to do was wipe off the shadow and then go in and blend something else. Wipe off the shadow and blend something else. Super, super easy. So now I'm using that like flat top kind of like stippling brush to really blend out that translucent powder that I let sit. And then I'm spraying my Real Techniques body blender with my rose water, and I'm just pouncing that into my skin to melt that Airspun translucent powder, so that it really just kind of like settles into my skin and gives me that coverage. And y'all, this looks really, really, really good. Like throughout the day, it's such a great way to set. So I'm just using yet another one of my brushes from my mermaid kit to really deepen my lower lash line, just applying the purple and that blue underneath there, and then I blended that out, and now I'm using the angled brush from my mermaid kit, and I'm just lining my lids with the Maybelline Eyestudio Blackest Black Gel Liner, and I just applied some L'Oreal mascara after that. This is, hold on, it fell. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara, and then I'm popping on the Lash Firm lashes in the style Dream. I will have them linked down below. The Lash Firm is like my top 2, but it's not 2 favorite lash companies. I love how affordable they are. I love the quality. I love all of the styles. Like, I love the Lash Firm. You can find them at the Lash Firm on all social media handles, and thelashfirm.com. So like I said, I'll have that link down below. And in the inner corner, I'm just popping this Makeup Geek highlighter. I forgot the name of it at this exact moment, so I'll put it in the description box down below, but that's what I did to brighten up the inner corner. And then I'm taking my BADDIE Lou-Manizer from the Balm Cosmetics, and that's what I'm using to highlight my face, along with my really tiny precision brush from the Mermaid brush set. And then I'm taking like a bigger brush that really reminds me of like something you would put concealer on with, or maybe like put foundation on with. I do my face makeup with my sponges, so when it comes to like highlighter and stuff, I use like face brushes for that. So I'm just putting on some highlighter on my cheeks and then blending out my contour a little bit more so nothing is really harsh. Now we're going to move on to the lips. I'm again lining my lips with my NYX brow pencil in the shade brown. I mentioned this before, it's a terrible brow pencil, but it's an amazing lip liner. So I literally buy these from NYX with the purpose of using them as a lip liner. They are amazing. And then I'm going to deepen that with my Luxury Intense Lip Liner by Kiss New York, and this is in the shade Dark Plum Purple. It looks like a really dark brown, so that's why I don't mind using it. So I tried to kind of switch it up, not really, but just kind of, because y'all know I'm obsessed with nude lips. I was going to do like a matte nude lip, and this is Platform Liquid Lipstick by ColourPop Cosmetics, but then I was like, no, I'm going to pop on some gloss so that it's a little bit pinky. So I used Fortune Cookie by NYX, their butter gloss, and then I topped it off with my Victoria's Secret Peekaboo lip gloss, and that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a big, huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you never miss a new upload from me. And in the comment section below, let me know what colors you like to wear in the summertime, whether it's on your lids or on your lips. So until next time, stay beautiful. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah!